is to solve for x. So I want to get x by itself. You are not used to seeing like two letters. Do you guys see that? Because now I have a and x. But they want x. That means you want x by itself at the very end. So when you have that situation, this is what you do. You want to combine the number first because you have like term, the 6 and the negative 29. Because they are separated by the equal sign, you're going to have to cancel it. To do that, you're going to have to subtract 6 to both sides. Okay? So that's cancel out. So you will have ax equals negative 29 minus 6. The signs are the same. You add. So that's going to be negative 35. If you're not sure, the calculator is there. So you're going to go negative first. So negative 29. Okay? You cannot put a negative again. You have to put subtract. Subtract the 6. So negative 29, subtract the 6, like that. Okay, that's how the calculator understands. So you have to know how to work this calculator. And you get negative 35. Do you guys see that? If you write negative 29 and then negative 6, like that, you see how the negative is smaller than the subtraction? It's going to say error. Does that make sense? So that's a negative. And then, oh, that's a negative. And then, oh, hold on. And then that minus, that's a subtraction. So put subtraction, this one. All right, there you go. Now, you want to solve for x. So that means you're going to have to get rid of this a. Normally, that's a number. Do you guys see that? But now it's a letter. Well, you know that this is combined by a multiplication. So if you have a letter and another letter next to each other, that's multiply. To get rid of a, you're going to have to divide because that's the opposite of multiply. So that's cancel. And there's your answer. X is negative 35 divided by a. And there you go. Okay? It's not something we used to because we used to a being a number. But I want you to see that it does not have to be a number. But the way you solve is the same. Just like here. Do you guys see right there? If you have like 2k, to find k, you divide it by 2. Kind of like that. Here, you have ax. To find x, you divide it by a. Yeah? Same operation, same solving procedure. We're going to do one more, so hopefully it can help you out. Number 14. So that's going to be 8 divided by xa minus 5 equals to negative 3. You don't have to do a whole bunch of problem in the homework, as you can see. I picked the problem for you to do. Some of these are not easy, okay? But if you don't understand, you ask, I will go over it with you. When you have to prove it to me is when we take the quiz or the test. That's when you show me that, Ms. Xuan, I understand it. The homework, I can help you. Now, here's x. You want that. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that because what I want to do is I want to get rid of everything else after that. Now, numbers. I'm going to combine with the numbers. Because they are separated by the equal sign, I'm going to get rid of this one by add. This is a minus, so I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So go ahead and write that. So I have 8 over ax equal negative 3 plus 5, that is a 2. Again, to punch it in, you got to make sure you use the negative. And then you write the 3. And then you go add the 5. Okay? Question on that. Now, this is where things get tricky. I told you that whenever you have a division, you got to get rid of the entire thing on the denominator. In this case, the entire thing is 2 letters, the a and the x. You guys see that? This is dividing. So to get rid of it, you're going to have to multiply by ax to both sides. Okay? Next time, wait for lunch, okay? What a nice friend, huh? Wow. Make sure she gives me one next time. Right? Okay. That's a nice friend. All right. So I want to get rid of this by dividing this is dividing. So I want to multiply ax to both sides because there are two of them. I got to get rid of the whole thing. Okay? You cannot just pick and choose which one. The whole thing got to go. So now that I have that, I have this cancel. So I'm left with the 8. And this is 2. Remember, multiply means you can just put the letter next to each other like that. Now, I want x. That means I got to get rid of the 2a. You guys see that? When they are next to each other like this, again, they are multiplying. So I can group them together like this. And then, because I want x, the 2a need to go. So I'm going to just have to divide by 2a. And that whole thing is gone. And I do that to both sides. See? That's it. That's gone. Now, I can take the a and I can divide it by 2. Because a divided by 2 is 4. So I'm left with the 4. The a is still there. I can't do anything with it. So I just leave it like that. And that's it. Okay? I can guarantee you, if you can do these problems, solving equation is going to be very easy for you. Okay? Because now you deal with like letters. But you got to know which one you want to get by itself, which one you want to solve. Are you solving for a or are you solving for x? If you're solving for x, then in the end, x have to be by itself. Are we good? Okay. You keep going. I'm going to stop the recording.